Hi, I'm here to talk to you about how to start a successful home business and never have to work for your boss ever again. You won't be amazing at being a home business owner unless and until you condition your brain for entering a business and then making the most of it. And so, how do you accomplish that effectively? Here are a few awesome hints on how you're able to become that amazing home business owner. There's a difference between having the interest to establish a home business and being able to do home business. Before you quit your line of work and begin a home business, you ought to first ask yourself assorted questions. The first thing that you're supposed to do is be realistic before you consider setting things up and creating your home business. Have some ample time and ask yourself assorted simple questions. The first question that's supposed to be in your mind before you start a home business is whether you are ready to start. Having self-assurance is very important when it comes to business, and without assurance you cannot go far. For a home business to start, you must believe that it is going to flourish. Where to begin? You ought to likewise ask yourself whether the rest will have an idea that you are a main contender for self-employment. There are times once we are a small bit overconfident about our ability. Once you begin thinking of whether you are going to be successful in home business or not, you must be honest with yourself. Think about the way you work at your workplace and ask yourself whether you complete your work regardless the situation. You ought to likewise ask yourself whether you always work hard in the presence or in the absence of your boss. The minute you answer these questions or you do an assessment of yourself through these questions, then you're ready to begin. The other thing that you ought to ask yourself is whether or not you have ever attended any forum or taken classes of starting and controlling a small business. If you have not, then it is best that you do before you begin. This will help you know the pros and cons of the home business. You ought to likewise be ready to go down in your standards of living as the business is progressing. Home businesses are a good thing, but most of the small businesses begin with a lot of work but make very small profit. And so you ought to ensure that you've some amount of money someplace to add on the small profit. Hope you found it useful. For more information, please click the link in description.